Death by old age is supposed to be the one rule nothing on this planet gets to break. Cells wear out, repair systems fail, bodies fall apart. That's the deal every living thing signs up for. Except it turns out a handful of animals never signed it. Somewhere out there right now, the longest living animal in the world is still alive, still breathing, having quietly skipped the part where it's supposed to grow old and die. There's a whale alive today that could have been swimming before income tax existed anywhere on Earth. There's a clam that lived through 5 centuries of human history and was only discovered because we accidentally killed it. There's something in the American West that looks like 50,000 separate trees, but is actually one single living thing, possibly the oldest living thing on Earth. And there's a creature so small you could lose it on a fingernail that scientists have spent decades trying to age and just can't. I'm Sasiri Jai Surya, and you're watching Mr. Nerth. Today we're hunting down real examples of biological immortality, animals that don't die of old age. Did they actually beat aging, or did they just find an incredible loophole? And is there more than one way to pull this off, or did they all land on the same trick? Let's start somewhere cold. We're heading to the Arctic, where bowhead whales spend almost their entire lives gliding under sea ice in water that would kill a person in minutes. Inupiat whalers in Alaska have a saying about these animals that's been passed down for generations. A bowhead lives 2 human lifetimes. For a long time, scientists treated that as folklore. Then the evidence caught up with the legend. In 2007, a hunting crew harvesting a bowhead off Alaska found something embedded in its shoulder that had no business being there. A stone harpoon tip, hand-carved in the style that hadn't been used since the late 1800s. That whale had been swimming around with a piece of Victorian-era hardware in its body for over a century. That alone made headlines. It wasn't even close to the most extreme proof. The real evidence is in the eyes. Inside a bowhead's eye lens, an amino acid called aspartic acid gets locked in place before birth, then slowly flips into its mirror image shape over the following decades at a steady, known rate. Measure that ratio and you can date the whale almost like carbon dating, just using a single eye. Researchers running this test on whales from subsistence hunts found several animals well past 100 years old, with the oldest estimated at 211, give or take a few decades of margin. Even at the low end, this is the longest living mammal on Earth, and it could have been alive before the United States existed in anything like its current form. So why doesn't 2 centuries of cell division wreck a bowhead's body? A 2025 study on bowhead whale cells found unusually sharp DNA repair, powered partly by a protein that ramps up in cold water. Their cells needed far more damage stacked up before turning cancerous than human cells do, which is strange because a bigger body with way more cells should mean more chances for cancer to start, not fewer. Scientists call that contradiction Peto's paradox, and the bowhead's answer to it seems to be simple. Get really, really good at fixing your own mistakes before they snowball. A whale that out-repairs its own DNA for 200 years sounds hard to top. You'd be wrong, because the next one didn't even need to be that complicated. It just needed to slow down. In 2006, a research ship working off Iceland for Bangor University hauled up around 200 ocean quahog clams for a study on historical ocean temperatures. They froze the clams on board for transport. That freezing killed every single one, including, without anyone realizing it at the time, the oldest animal ever discovered. Quahog shells lay down a new growth ring every year, just like a tree. Counting those rings in 2007 put this clam at around 405 to 410 years old, which was already a record. In 2013, a more refined count, plus radiocarbon dating, bumped that number up to 507 years. The internet did what the internet does and nicknamed it Ming, because something born in 1499 would have started life during China's Ming Dynasty. This clam sat on the seafloor through the Reformation, the Enlightenment, 2 world wars, and the invention of the internet, and nobody knew it existed until the day it stopped. So what keeps a clam's body from breaking down for 5 centuries? Beyond just running a slow metabolism, studies on this species found that key antioxidant enzymes, the ones that normally decline with age in most animals, actually level off early and then barely budge for over 100 years. Their proteins resist breaking down under stress far better than short-lived animals, and their telomeres, the protective caps on chromosomes that usually shrink with age, basically don't change at all. Whatever wears the rest of us down over time, this clam just seems to have figured out how to dodge. Ming proves you can buy centuries by simply refusing to wear out. But what if, instead of one body slowing down, an organism just kept rebuilding itself completely, forever, so it never technically had to survive that long in the first place? In 1976, ecologists studying aspen trees in Utah's Fish Lake National Forest noticed something strange about one particular grove. Every trunk across more than 100 acres turned color on the exact same day each autumn. Genetic testing eventually explained why. It wasn't a forest of separate trees at all. It was one single organism, connected underground by one root system, sending up tens of thousands of trunks the same way a single plant sends up shoots. In 1992, it got a name: Pando, Latin for "I spread." Today, Pando covers roughly 106 acres and consists of about 47,000 genetically identical trunks, all clones of one original tree. Each trunk only lives around 100 to 130 years, a totally normal aspen lifespan, but the root system underneath just sends up a replacement. As long as that cycle keeps going, the organism as a whole has no age limit, because no single part of it has to survive that long. Pinning down exactly how old Pando is took a different approach entirely. A 2024 study modeled how slowly random mutations build up across its genome over time instead of counting rings, and landed on an age somewhere between 16,000 and 80,000 years, meaning this could genuinely be the oldest living organism on Earth, possibly alive since before humans even reached North America. There's a sad twist, though. Pando is dying right now, not from age, but from deer. Mule deer eat young aspen shoots before they can mature into trunks, and with the predators that once controlled deer numbers mostly gone from the area, fewer new shoots are surviving to replace the old ones. Something that may have outlasted the last ice age could be undone in a matter of decades, and old age has nothing to do with it. Pando proves that if you can keep rebuilding your own worn-out parts, age stops being a wall. Shrink that same trick down from a forest the size of a small town to something that fits in your palm, and it gets a lot stranger. Hydra is a tiny freshwater animal related to jellyfish and coral that's been a staple of biology labs for over a century, partly because it's named after the mythical serpent that regrew 2 heads for every one cut off, and partly because that name turned out to be eerily accurate. Cut a hydra into pieces, and several of those pieces will regrow into entire, separate animals. Its whole body runs on stem cells that never stop dividing, constantly replacing every cell it has. In 1998, biologist Daniel Martinez ran a simple experiment. Track hydra colonies for years and watch for the usual signs of aging. More deaths over time, less reproduction as the colony got older. He found neither. No rising death rate, no decline in reproduction, nothing that looked like aging at all. A result scientists call negligible senescence, which basically means no detectable aging clock whatsoever. A 2012 follow-up study found the gene behind it. Switch off a gene called FOXO, and hydra suddenly start aging the way every other animal does. Leave it switched on, and the stem cells just keep renewing, seemingly forever. To be clear, this isn't invincibility. Hydra can still be eaten, get sick, or die from a bad environment like anything else. What's missing isn't the ability to die, it's the ability to grow old in the first place. Feed a hydra and keep it safe, and there doesn't seem to be a version of it that simply runs out of time. Hydra cheats death by never stopping its own renewal. But there's one more animal worth mentioning, and its trick isn't refusing to age at all, it's switching time off completely. Tardigrades, water bears, if you've heard the nickname, are barely visible without a microscope. and have built a reputation as the toughest animals alive. They've survived being boiled, frozen, crushed, and even shot directly into the vacuum of space. The trick behind most of that is cryptobiosis. When things get hostile, a tardigrade can curl up, dry out, and shut down almost all of its metabolism, essentially pausing its own biology rather than fighting through the stress. In 1983, researchers in Antarctica collected a moss sample and froze it at -20 degrees Celsius. It sat there, untouched, for over 30 years. In 2014, a team in Japan finally thawed it out to see if anything inside was still alive. Within about 13 days, 2 tardigrades had revived, started moving, and started feeding again. One of them went on to lay 19 eggs, 14 of which hatched, meaning an animal that had been frozen since before most laptops existed went on to successfully reproduce, the longest documented recovery from suspended animation on record at the time. Here's what makes this one different from everything else on this list. The whale, the clam, the forest, and the hydra are all built to resist aging itself. Their bodies just don't break down the normal way. A frozen tardigrade isn't resisting aging. For as long as it's in that state, time simply isn't passing for it at all. And there's a real case to be made that, under the right conditions, that pause could be stretched out far beyond 30 years. Which makes this less a story about a long life and more a story about an animal that can step outside of time entirely and step back in whenever it chooses. So that's 4 completely different ways animals have found around dying of old age. A whale that out-repairs its own mistakes for 2 centuries. A clam that simply refuses to wear out for 5. A forest in Utah that's secretly one organism, possibly tens of thousands of years old. And an animal with no aging clock at all, sitting right next to one that can apparently pause its own existence indefinitely. I could have made a whole video on any single one of these. There's way more in each of these studies than I had room for here. But putting them side by side makes one thing pretty obvious. Dying of old age was never some unbreakable law of biology. It was just the default setting evolution happened to give most of us. A few species, completely independently, found their own separate cheat codes, and none of them are using the same one. None of this means we're anywhere close to using these tricks ourselves. Pausing your own metabolism and pausing a tardigrade's are not remotely the same problem. But the researchers studying whale DNA repair, hydra stem cells, and clam proteins aren't doing it out of curiosity alone. They're trying to figure out what's actually going on in there, in case any piece of it turns out to be useful somewhere else. If there's an animal that should have made this list and didn't, drop it in the comments. I had to leave a few out. And I'll leave you with this. If you had to pick one of these 4 tricks for yourself, endless repair, total resistance to wearing out, rebuilding into a new version of yourself forever, or stepping outside of time and coming back whenever you choose, which one would you actually want?